Today, our general evaluator is Toastmaster Sachin. Toastmaster Sachin, would you like to speak a little bit about your role?
Yes. As a general evaluator, it's my duty to evaluate overall performance of the meeting. At the time of evaluation round, I will also call evaluators as well as all the role bearers to present their report. And apart from that, I will take 1 more minute. In the initial stage, Sai asked me how was the day. Because of the surrounding noise, I could not hear it properly, so I answered about the Toastmaster. But in reality, today after work, the most important part is that we are going to celebrate our Andheri Orators Club is the President Distinguished Club now. So today we will be celebrating that in a Love and Latte Coffee at Warsaw. So I invite all of you because it is something huge achievement for us. 2.5 months back, the club was in trouble, and it was some of the people were telling that we should close down. But after 2.5 months back, now it become President Distinguished. So it is a big achievement for us, and I invite all of you to come there and celebrate in our achievement. Over to you, Toastmaster Jay. Timor Jay.
Toastmaster Jay, you're on mute.
Today, we are having our amiable Toastmaster Sachin Toraskar as a general evaluator, our special general evaluator. Now, before I call the speaker, lead evaluator, let me call our guest Hitesh. Hitesh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, thank you. It will be nice if you can share your short introduction. So you are guest or already a Toastmaster, and how you come to this place.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Hitesh Limbasya. I was a Toastmasters with Gandhinagar Toastmasters Club, and first I was told about the Toastmasters Club. The All Elite was by today's accountant and our division director Vinay Jain. So then I joined the group by having a short conversation with Nirmala, and I've been attending like the second meeting with your club.
Got it. So Toastmaster Hitesh, so you were aware about this All Elite Advanced Toastmaster Club? It's your first interaction.
Yeah, I mean, I you can say that it's a first interaction, but I was told that this is a ruthless club. I mean, you get very honest feedback over here, and I thought, okay, I like that. Let's go and do it.
Here, actually, we are toasting the masters. So this thing is, I hope, and thank you very much to join us.
Thank you so much for allowing.
Thank you. So Pragya, may I call the next guest. Pragya, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Perfect. Thank you. So, but we are not able to see. Could you please, if it's okay, to
Yeah,
switch on your.
actually, I informed Akshay. Akshay had called me to this that I won't be able to participate
Okay.
actively. Yeah. But I'm really grateful to be here. I have been a Toastmaster before as well, and but in a different place. I was in Delhi, and that was also 4-5 years ago. So I'm planning to rejoin the community. I have shifted to Bombay, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm also from Uttam Nagar, Delhi.
Okay, that's amazing.
Great. So nice to see you. See both of you in our meeting. Let's enjoy the game and then proceed ahead. So first let me, because Hitesh is already an experienced Toastmaster. Hitesh, what do you think about this emotional intelligence?
So I have read and also like referred to a couple of videos about it. And what I got to know about is like, so basically we actually talk about emotions, and then we talk about being empathetic, and then there's a stage called you become compassionate. But nevertheless, what is emotional intelligence is like, first to you get to know about, so you be aware about how you are feeling, what is your current state of mind, and then you also be conscious about the other person, how that person is feeling, and you act accordingly to help that emotional state.
Interesting. Let me tell you one more thing. Today, we are not having table topic session. So you can enjoy this session with several conversation. Great. Perfect. Now, our first speaker, Toastmaster Fagunan, is waiting for us. Am I right? Toastmaster Fagunan, everything is ready? Great. But before I go ahead, let me call the lead coach, Toastmaster Arvind Nair, to come on the stage and then say about the objectives of the speech. Yes, here it goes. Go ahead.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and future Toastmasters. The speaker is attempting a project, and the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or renew basic research methods and present a well-organized and well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. So the path is Project 5, Researching and Presenting. Title, Diwali all round the year. Interesting. Mid of the year, someone is speaking about Diwali. I will be happy to hear it. With this, let me call Toastmaster Fagunan. Please check your audio video. Your video
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and video is perfect. Go ahead.
Happy Diwali, everyone. Happy Diwali. Except for 2 months in the year, April and May, at our home is Diwali all the time. Toastmaster Jay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, just 70 meters away from our society is a big Nala, an extension of Methi River. And my society is full of greenery, a perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. We are never short of mosquitoes. And our home, though protected by net all around, just when you open the main door, all the mosquitoes rush in like a Mumbai local. There are over 3,000 species of mosquitoes, and it is a single source of largest disease causing any animal on this planet. The itchy, irritating bites and the ubiquitous presence can ruin your backyard barbecue and the hike to the woods. They have an uncanny sense of our murderous intention and fly away within milliseconds before the fatal swat. In our bedrooms, whenever you sleep, they have that persistent hums going around which can wake even the soundest of the sleepers. Beyond this nuisance factor, they are also the leading cause of deaths in human beings. At what cost? And to add to the woe, do you know of the 3,000, how many species actually harm human beings? Any guesses? No, don't mind. We are actually saved by the Almighty. there are only 3 species of the 3,000 species of mosquitoes which cause harm to the human beings, says National Geographic. Every year, millions of people die due to mosquito-borne diseases. And disproportionately, it affects the children and elderly all throughout the developing countries. There's 3 species of mosquitoes. First, the Anopheles mosquito, which causes malaria and elephantiasis. Elephantiasis, which causes the swelling of any body part that the female mosquito has bitten. And it leads to a permanent or a long-term disability of that body part. And believe me, there is no cure to it. Second is a Coltex mosquito, which causes filariasis. It's again another form of elephantitis and a West Nile virus. This West Nile virus is mainly predominantly in the United States. It causes fever, and though the fever and all may go in some weeks, it leaves the body with fatigue and a lot of other issues. And the third species of mosquito is the Aedes mosquito, which causes yellow fever and dengue. There are 2 main types or ways in which this mosquito transmits these diseases in human beings. The malaria parasite, it enters the gut of the female mosquito. And whenever it bites any human being, the person gets malaria. About the yellow fever and dengue, whenever a mosquito bites an already infected person, that virus latches on to the mosquito. And whenever that mosquito bites another person, it passes on the yellow fever and dengue. An interesting fact is that only female mosquitoes have that mouth pouch necessary to suck the blood. They insert their 2 fangs into the skin of a person. And one fang, it releases an enzyme which inhibits the clotting of our blood. So there's a continuous flow of the blood, which through the other fang, it keeps sucking and sucking. This blood, it uses not only for its own nourishment, but also as a source of protein for its eggs. The poor male mosquito, it only feeds on the nectar and sugary plants. Now the mosquitoes have come inside, and you cannot kill all the mosquitoes. They are smart. They are not amiable like us. They hide in various different places. So I was wondering, what is their lifespan? How much time will I have to really bear with these mosquitoes and keep me and my family safe? On researching, I found that the male mosquito, that poor male mosquito, lives for only 7 to 10 days. But the female blood-sucking mosquito lives for 5 months or more. So 5 months of hell. So you all might be wondering, then what is the relation of this Diwali and mosquito? Come evening 6 p.m., my little one, 5-year-old, opens the main door and takes this bat in his hand and starts doing the swatting with the sound and noise coming in. He keeps hearing, "Happy Diwali, Happy Diwali." This has been his daily ritual for the past 1 year. To see the joy, the fun, it's really a pleasure. Friends, leaving this about the Diwali fact, we know that monsoon has arrived and mosquitoes are here. Take care, apply HIT, apply Odomos, keep ourselves safe. This little creature can make our life miserable. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Perfect. Thank you. So now let's wait for 1 minute to note down the feedback for the speaker. So all like Toastmaster Hitesh, Pragya, everyone can deliver the feedback to the member. So let's wait. Timer, please inform us the 1 minute over. Thank you. Thanks for the signal. So now our next speaker is Toastmaster Sai, our Zoom master, Sai Tatam speaker, all together. A bundle of joy, a bundle of achievements. Great. For him, I would like to call a very special lead evaluator, Toastmaster Girija, to state about the objectives of the speech.
Sai has chosen the path engaging humor. He is doing level 2, project 2. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. But here the audience is familiar, so the evaluator has to listen for a topic which is unusual or unexpected for the audience. That is what is specified. So we are expected to take note of the member's ability to present an unusual topic in a way that keeps the audience engaged. Timer, please note that the timing is 5 to 7 minutes for the specified topic. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girijan. So the speech title is Underpaid and Overworked. So now before we go ahead, Toastmaster Hitesh, are you here? Hello?
Yeah. I'm actually.
So you are the only one person who is from the outside of this club. So please
Yeah.
share your feedback about the speaker as well. Unfamiliar audience. So Toastmaster Sai, please check your audio. Yeah.
I just wanted to point out that this speech, there are a couple of things on top of what Toastmaster Girija explained. I have to ask the audience to tell me, I'm trying to make the speech funny. So I would like the audience to tell me if they found humor in the speech, what they found funny and what they wanted to hear more about. If you could send me a private message about that, that'd be great. And I also need to be able to communicate an unfamiliar topic. The unfamiliar topic I've chosen is my workplace. So let's see if that comes through properly or not.
Toastmaster Sai, you are 100% audible, visible, perfect, shining. Go ahead.
I recently started a job. It's been going great, but somehow I feel I'm not earning enough. I feel underpaid and overworked. My fellow Toastmasters, this speech is not about gender-based pay inequality. Though I did see my wife's salon bill recently. And let me tell you, while I can get a decent haircut and a shave for 200 rupees sitting under a mango tree, my wife, the bill that she showed me, no cost of living can cover that much. What Shrishti Salon sitting under a Ghatkopar bridge charges my wife. And nor is this speech about age-based pay inequality. Though I do feel that older employees deserve to get paid more than younger employees. Botox is not cheap. No. Let me explain why I think I'm underpaid and overworked. It's because this company that I joined is remote only and plans to be remote only for the foreseeable future, which means that I have two jobs. One, my main job as a software architect, which is to design software systems for the company. And my second job is to make sure that in this remote environment, my manager is kept well informed about what I'm doing in my main job. And let me tell you, keeping my manager informed is like a full-time job running in parallel with my main job. Back in the day, you know what I used to do? I used to dress a little bit better than other software engineers on my team and used to look really upset in meetings so that people would think I'm actually good at my job, and that used to get me promotions. But once you're remote only, once you're just a little circle on a Google Meet window, it's hard to get by with that. I don't have a commute. I don't have a dress code, but this aspect of remote work is hindering me. Back in the day, I used to think that my work should be like an audiobook, which is to say, it should speak for itself. But remote work has taught me that I need to be like a podcast. I need to keep jabbering away, and hope that at some point, my manager will subscribe to a couple of episodes and listen to what I have to say. But I'm not going to rest on this. I know I need a strategy to make sure that both my jobs can progress smoothly. And in this speech, I would like to share 3 such strategies. Strategy number 1, the CC strategy. Do you remember when we were in 10th standard? We had to answer an exam. Our strategy used to be that if you don't understand the question, just put everything you know on the paper. Let the teacher do that research. Let her pick out the golden nuggets of wisdom from all the vomit that you put on the paper. I have only corporatized that. I CC my manager on every email, on every topic, on every subject. Let him figure out whether my work deserves it, if I'm doing a good job or not doing a good job. Let him figure out. And the benefit is that when he asks me for a status update, I give him a whole list of 25 emails on every topic that I've sent to him and ask him, you please figure it out. So my job has become a little easier. So that is strategy number 1, the CC strategy. Strategy number 2, the ask mask. If I want to take a break in the middle of the day, and this is remote work, keep that in mind. If I want to take a break in the middle of the day, maybe to go for a walk, maybe to take a nap, maybe because my son needs to be coddled, I ask my manager an open-ended question right before that. And I know an open-ended question requires a little bit of thinking. I have at least an hour and a half for me to relax, because he will take at least that much time to respond to me. And in that time, I can always say, I was waiting for your response, sir. That's why I was doing something else. It's not my fault. So that, my friends, is the ask mask. And finally, and this is a strategy that I'm not sure anybody else can use. It's very specific to my life condition, but I'm going to give you a tip based on that anyway. It's called the early bird. Now, let me tell you what happens. My 2-year-old son, he has a habit of kicking me when he's sleeping at all odd hours of the night. So I wake up, and whenever he kicks me, I wake up. And now I would not be a very good Indian if I could not make paneer out of this curdled milk of my life. So what I do is when I wake up, I come to my study, send off an email to my employees, to my teammates. And this has an added advantage. My manager has no idea when I work, when I go to sleep, when I'm available, when I'm not available, because sometimes I respond in 5 minutes, sometimes I respond in 5 hours. And ladies and gentlemen, technically it's almost like I'm following the sun that the BPO companies follow, except in this case, the sun is my 2-year-old. I follow him. When he wakes me up, I work. When he puts me, let me sleep, I sleep. So ladies and gentlemen, this speech has been a little bit of a primer on how to work in a remote environment. Here you have 3 strategies to help you bridge the gap between what you think you deserve to get paid because you have 2 jobs and the actual pay you get. The CC strategy, where you tell your manager everything. The ask mask, which lets you earn small, brief mini breaks in the middle of the day without anyone knowing and him being responsible for you taking that break. And finally, the early bird. My advice there, ladies and gentlemen, If you do not have children, adopt or produce, because that is the secret to you not being underpaid and overworked. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Great work, Toastmaster Sai. Let us wait for the 1 minute to mark all the feedback. So timer, 1 minute is over. Am I right? Thank you. So now with these two amazing speeches, we have come